Hey, my people, what's going on? This is Major TV. Let's talk. Why it's better to be unified than disunified. I believe it's better because look around in the black community. Look around in the US of A. Just look around and see how we are. We come together for all the non-important things or gossip about things that's really not relevant or important. We entertain things that we know is clearly unhealthy. And we should be unified behind a common purpose and goal / purposes or goals. I really feel like there is unity in the community, but it's in all the wrong places. And the disunification only signifies that we are a broken people, damaged people, and a people that are lost. In a sense, whereas it's so easy to just turn out things in the black community that's wrong. Whether we talk about systemic racism, whether we talk about institutional racism, or we talk about the internal problem in our community as far as the crime, the violence, the drugs, the disrespect, and etc. A lot of it comes from systemic racism and the marginalized and suppression of blacks, but also as far as self-inflicted, we reinforces these things that we know in our later years to be not healthy or good. When we was young, we did young and dumb things. As we got older, especially those who went to learning, clearly you can see hurting black people, cheating black people, or doing things wrong towards a black person is not right. But a lot of times, before we go mess the next group, we mess somebody black because we around them all the time, right? And what I'm trying to say is, it's just easy to just do something bad towards a black person and not even realizing the consequence, because black life in the United States is undervalued. And we undervalue more because we participate in our own destruction. And I understand how institutional racism has got us all boxed in, and how our brain has been subjugated and grab our brain, shook our brain like this, just let it go, and we just like this. You know, we all like effed up in the head. But once you become aware, because there's so much information out there now, you even don't read books. You got audio books, you have YouTube videos. There's stuff come across the media, surprisingly sometimes, that you may hear them talking about something dealing with racism or whatnot, right? We know the media don't really push the narrative, but you might catch somebody talking about it because of something that obviously came out, right? Get outside in. And I know it would be better for us to come together than be apart, because we're unified behind the silliest things. But when it comes on the real stuff, we don't show the interest. We easily become discouraged. We go to fussing and fighting, and not even really sitting down looking at what we're dealing with. We're dealing with poverty in our community. We're dealing with a miseducation and an undereducation. We're dealing with a problem with employment, right? We're dealing with a problem of starvation in our community. People don't have enough to buy food. We're dealing with violence in our community. We deal with the lack of businesses, black businesses, right? And banks that can really help our community, right? We're dealing with the government that promote institutional racism that goes on, because why? The country's built off that. Dealing with all this stuff, right? We're dealing with the fact that we don't know our true culture. We're dealing with the fact that a lot of things that was told us was lies, right? We deal with the fact that we got an inferiority complex. You know, we have this inferior mentality where we place them up here, right? And I'm not talking about those who know better. I'm talking about the black community in general because of the misinformation, right? And I'm saying to say this, these are topics we can talk about and unify behind and knock them out one by one, one by one. But we can't do this if we don't unify. They say when you unify in great numbers, that's when change can happen. But we gotta be unified behind the right thing. Not just going to barbecues. Not just going to events and party, drink, cup like a rock star. But really unifying behind the real thing that's going on in our community. This is real. The struggle is real. There's no way of getting around the fact that there are so many black people that's dying. There's so many black people that's being put in prison. There's so many black men that's not in black boys' lives. A woman can raise a child, only a man can turn a boy into a man. We lack in role models in our community. We lacking true leadership in our community. We are lacking self-policing in our community. We are lacking jobs and businesses in our community. Most blacks have to go outside the community to find jobs because the black-based businesses, very little. That can change if we come together. The violence in our community, that can change if we come together. The underrepresentation of blacks as far as leading and being an example, that can be fixed if we come together. The miseducation in our community, that can be fixed if we come together. The lack of business in our community, that can be fixed if we come together. That's why we gotta unify. It's not no if and about it. Because if we don't unify, we will perish. The deaths of blacks, I don't care about police violence, violence in the community, COVID, cancer, etc. It's happening rapidly. Whether we want to accept it or not, but it's a reality. We still don't have black hospitals. We can make that happen if we unify. We have to unify. We can't be fighting among each other. There's too many great minds. Too many black people that know how to make money. Too many black people that know how to educate. Too many black people that understand the medical field, understand what needs to be done and how to fix the situation in our black community as for the medical issues. Too many bright minds to not have black schools educating black kids properly. We spend too much money not to have black businesses and creating job opportunities for other blacks. We gotta unify. Sometimes we become very selfish, cynical, and downright mischievous, deceptive. We act like we care when we don't. A lot of us don't even really know how to give from our heart no more. Everything is conditioned. It's not even unconditioned. Are we worrying about what the next man or woman is doing in the community, as opposed to worrying about what we need to do ourselves? Because it's a we thing. It's not no I, you, it's we. We have to unify. This unification gonna destroy us. And I want to believe if we really get serious, and if we say we really care, we're gonna come together. We're gonna get other people to come together. These YouTube platforms, social media platforms, what have you. If we're in a position to teach, we're in a position to help, we're in a position to uplift, we're in a position to give, we should do it. That's the only way we're going to really start making headway and some kind of progress. Because I know, and we should know, we are great people. Historically, and we also proved it since we've been here in this country. So it shouldn't be a situation whereas we overthinking anything. We get into it about anything. Just pick one of many and just start with that one thing that needs to be taken care of. I don't care what it is, whether it's the police violence, whether it's the violence in our community, whether it's the drugs, whether it's the job issue, whether it's the employment issue, education, I don't care. We need to try to unify and fix these problems. And I know there's people out there doing this, but we need more of us. Either get behind those groups or establish our own thing. We cannot be discouraged by any movement that got stagnated. The government came in and messed with it and threw it off, whatever the case might be. We should still be 100% part of trying to save our people. So I just wanted to talk about unifying. I think that's a word we hear oftenly, but it's not something that we really just say with meaning and really try to put something together. The YouTube channel I started, Major TV, was for the inform and help, but also unify. It wasn't for me just to be all over the camera. Oh man, no. I did it because I care and I see what's going on. Our people not only have to be informed, but we have to direct them. And we have to also go into that fire too and show them that we're not scared. So that's why I'm doing this. So, leave a comment, like, share, hit the notification button. I just want to highlight y'all, it's just been on my mind, been seeing people talking about the unity thing and what have you. And I said, let me chime in on it too and just give my perspective. But thank you for listening to the video. Y'all know what I'm about to say. Stay focused, stay on cool, just be black. Peace.